What's up YouTube, my name is The Price Games and welcome to a little video. We haven't done one for a while. We are reacting to SCP-1471 MalO, which is MalO is a Euclid class, so okay. And yep, there we go. I'm not really too familiar with MalO all that much. Have much information about this SCP really. So there are some parts that I kind of know, but there are some parts that I'm kind of out of the blue of everything. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right into it, shall we? And learn about MalO together. Okay? And here we go.
Good afternoon.
Oh, okay.
My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-1471.
Yep.
Object class, Euclid.
Yeah, I'm happy to learn about it, and hopefully everyone else is. And
all mobile devices that have SCP-1471 installed are to be confiscated and analyzed for any potential leads to other possibly affected devices.
oh, okay.
Afterwards, affected devices are to have their batteries removed, be assigned a designation, for example, SCP-1471, then a number, and be placed in Storage Unit 91 at Research Site 45. All online application stores for mobile devices are to be monitored to prevent any inadvertent sales of SCP-1471. Suspected devices are to be targeted using self-uploading malware in order to disable the device until it can be seized by field agents.
Okay. Oh, by the way, if there's gonna be a thing, we're gonna be pausing every now and then. Everything just to share some thoughts, everything. So basically, okay. So basically, this SCP is, as it says, an online application store for mobile devices to be monitored to prevent any inadvertent sales of SCP-1471. So this is a mobile app like SCP basically. Okay, and the fact that interesting that they say that they specifically say that the affected devices ought to have their batteries removed, everything. Okay, so maybe that's why it's a Euclid class, like, cause like you can somehow prevent the SCP from causing more harm than that we already are aware of, everything. But that is interesting. Okay. Huh. Alright, well, now that we got that out of the way, everything, and it's just an interesting idea, everything, and I'm fascinated with it. Alright, let's go. Just continue. Please continue your explanation.
Description: SCP-1471 is a free 9.8 megabyte application for mobile devices named MalO version 1.0.0 in online application stores. SCP-1471 has no listed developer and is somehow able to bypass the application approval process to go directly to distribution. SCP-1471 is also able to avoid removal by other program manager applications.
Ooh, okay.
After SCP-1471 is installed, no icons or shortcuts are created for the application. SCP-1471 will then begin to send the individual images through text messaging every 3 to 6 hours. All images will contain SCP-1471-A either within the background or foreground. SCP-1471-A appears as a large humanoid figure with a canid-like skull and black hair.
I mean, yeah, as you can clearly see from the picture that you kindly sharing with us, everything. Yeah, basically. Okay, I mean, hey, a free app, everything. I mean, hey, pretty good, everything. But yeah, it is. It's just shady. It's just like freaky, everything. Just like imagine being in this universe, everything, and like you said, like, ooh, a free app, everything. Then you click everything, you're like, oh, what the heck? I just got scammed, everything. There's no app or anything right here. Then all of a sudden, like, boom, you get random text messages or pictures, like they say, and of literally this SCP appearing in photos, everything, which is just It's just crazy. I mean, I don't know how would I feel. Actually, especially no. Let me ask. How would you feel if somehow you just have been receiving random pictures and or like text messages from an unidentified number or someone that you do not have no idea who's contacting you, and it just shows random pictures of this creature basically appearing. How would please leave a comment down below how you would feel everything. Would you get the heebie-jeebies or something? Whew, okay. All right, let's go ahead. Okay, but interesting. I like it. Okay.
During the first 24 hours following the installation of SCP-1471, the mobile device will receive images taken at locations commonly frequented by the individual. After 48 hours, the mobile device will receive images taken at locations that were recently visited by the individual.
Oh, okay.
After 72 hours, the mobile device will receive images of the individual in real time, with SCP-1471-A appearing within close proximity.
That makes a difference, everything. That makes a huge difference.
With more
Places
than
that you've been
90 hours
to?
of exposure to these continuous images will begin to briefly visualize SCP-1471-A within their peripheral vision, reflective surfaces, or a combination of the two. Continued exposure to SCP-1471 after this point will cause irreversible and sustained visualizations of SCP-1471-A. Individuals at this stage have reported periodic attempts made by SCP-1471-A to visually communicate with them, but fail to understand or comprehend these actions. Currently, the only known treatment to reverse SCP-1471's effect is to eliminate the individual's visual exposure to these images prior to 90 hours after installation.
90 hours?
To date, no apparent hostile activity has been reported regarding SCP-1471.
Not bad. Okay, well, quick pause right now. Okay. Oh, thank you for showing a demonstration of the SCP like app, everything. Okay. Oh yeah. No developer, literally zero stars, everything. Like no. Wow. Okay. Hey, but hey, it's a free app, everything. Okay. What does it say? Never settle for those awkward feelings of being alone ever again. Battle is exciting and interactive experience that will keep you engaged and intrigued. The anxiety of social situation can be nerve-wracking, but after a few hours of MalO, you will soon forget all about the painful emotion and disappointment. Be part of the new craze that is quickly becoming the next social substitute. Remember, the more you participate, the more MalO will engage. Your experience is completely up to you. Absolutely no ads. Enjoy. Hey, an app that has no ads in it. People are guaranteed to click this. No ads. Oh. But yeah, so you can kind of see the uncanniness behind this SCP. Basically, as I literally just said, everything. Basically, the more you engage with the SCP, the more, I guess, the more I'm trying to think of a good word for it. The more perceptive you might be by maybe receiving hallucinations or just basically maybe, I guess this in a way it's kind of like a stalker situation where you can literally you're just like literally like you said, you get a picture, like let's say you're at a cafe, everything, you're just minding your own business, you leave, 5 minutes later you get like a message with a picture and it shows that the creature basically in the background. You're like, oh, there's the place where I was. You probably wouldn't think too much of it because you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, kind of freaky, but okay, nothing too weird. Oh my goodness, but like I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I would be paranoid. I mean, that's a tough thing. That's a tough thing to answer. Basically, I feel like I would be paranoid 24/7. Basically, I'm like, what the heck? No, where are you? Where are you? I'd be looking over my shoulder, everything. Like I'd be. Oh man, that's yeah. I mean, anxiety, a social situation can be nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking indeed. Looking over your shoulder 24/7. I say, okay, let's go ahead. And like you don't want to listen to my rambling. Let's go on everything.
And this is archival document 1471-1.
Okay.
Note: SCP-1471 as posted on application stores.
Oh.
MalO, version 1.0.0. Free. 0 reviews.
Oh, they're
Description
oh. Oh.
Never settle for those awkward feelings of being alone ever again. MalO is an exciting and interactive experience that will keep you engaged and intrigued. The anxiety of social situations can be nerve-wracking, but after just a few hours of MalO, you will soon forget about all those painful emotions.
I literally should have just been quiet. Everything they literally just read. Okay, you know what? Hey, bite the hornet's nest. I bit the hornet's nest. Okay.
The more MalO will engage you. Your experience is completely up to you. Absolutely no ads. Enjoy.
Okay.
Addendum. 1471 1. This is the experience of William, reconstructed in audio format by Acid, the on-site AI. Playing reconstruction now. I was scared when I first saw him. It happened just as you told me. The messages, the pictures, seeing him around every corner afterwards. I was so young. Who wouldn't have lost it? William sighed. By then, he was over the creature following him. It wasn't like it was going to go away, no matter how much he begged or pleaded or attempted to bribe. He knew that the best and only solution would be to just get used to Capone being there. At least he had the solace of knowing that he wasn't going insane. Believe me, William, I know many people have reacted the same way. Fear is a more common reaction to the unknown than you'd think. Dr. Laura Brains consoled him. These cases weren't exactly common, but they were commonly known. It's not even that I'm afraid anymore. I mean, he makes me jump when I see him in the morning. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. It's just the bad connotations he has, William rebutted. I know that he does, but it happened 2 years ago. I know it's hard for you, especially with your shadow, but you need to carry on, Dr. Brains stated. William just sighed as she continued. Our session is almost up. We made some real progress, William. I want you to do something for me when you get home. Do you have any homework or anything? I did it all on my break. Good. When you get home, I want you to think back to your first experience. Write as much as you feel comfortable sharing. Is that all right? Yeah. Thanks for seeing me. It wasn't too long a drive from the doctor's office to home. 5, possibly 10 minutes, if there was a train. He always saw the creature through the rearview mirror when he drove, riding in the back seat. It looked innocent, in its own alien way, waving to William as he saw it. Despite everything, William found himself talking to it, like one would talk to a dog or a cat about their day when they're alone. It seemed to listen when he talked, and after a while, he could swear that it understood. It's hard to tell with a face like that, so all there were to go by were various head tilts and waves, and even then, he had to teach it how to wave. At least I know you're interested. Drop the backpack near the door, go to the patio, wave to Capone from the mirror, fridge, drink, chair, crash.
Sorry about being quiet. Everything. I'm trying to take this all in.
He thought back to his session with Dr. Brains. She wanted me to try and recapture the experience when I first saw him? Huh? William mumbled as he grabbed a few sheets of paper and a pen. Bit by bit, he pieced together the sequence of events that lead up to this point. I've had Capone with me ever since I was 15 years old.
Oh, that's okay. That's like a very old phone.
She downloaded earlier at the dinner table one night. She had no idea how it does it, but hazarded a guess that it tracks you through your phone's GPS and sends you pictures of the places you've been with a really cute monster placed in the photo to make it look like it's following you. It didn't seem that weird. I recall that Google Maps could get a decent
interesting theory
at the time, so just add Photoshop to that and you'd have a gimmick. Plus, we knew it couldn't be a virus. The App Store checks every app for things like that before peddling it. The only thing I found legitimately off about it at the time was that it was both free and adless. Her explanation of it sounded pretty cool to me, so I asked Sarah to help me download it on my phone. She told me that while my old hand-me-down flip phone did have something like an app store, it most likely didn't have MalO. Didn't stop her from looking, though.
Okay. Okay, I think that's a good stopping point for for some talking and everything. All right, so I want to, like I said, nice theory indeed, everything. literally saying how basically like, oh, that's cool, everything. Basically, sending like a cute monster, basically putting a little cute monster picture in like in like the one of your pictures that you location you've been to, everything. And the theory is like, oh, it uses your GPS, which is, I mean, if only they knew that it was actually an anomaly, everything. But who knows? Maybe in quote, air quotes here, people. Maybe that's right. Maybe the SCP does use a little bit of your own phone GPS, hypothetically. But I don't think they really go into much detail. They're basically say like, "Oh, it must be using your GPS, everything." It's just apparently by the conversation that they're having, everything. It's just a theory that it could be using GPS. Now, MalO could be intelligent enough to basically like have access to your phone settings and track you, everything. That would explain all the location you've been to, or MalO is actually with you 24/7, like the app has said, and basically just like is like witnessing you go into these places, follows you, and like basically just like, I don't know how it takes a picture of everything, but through some method it takes a picture and with it in the background and just like basically sends it to you, everything like, haha, it's a cute monster in the back, everything, at the place you just been. Which you might be at first you might be, oh, that's kind of cool and cute, like they just said they thought it was cute, everything. Well, the William is actually just literally just like paranoid and at everyone, how like some of these people are acting oblivious and wanting him to do stuff. Bruh, I don't know. I can't fathom with all these like surrounding characters literally asking, like, I can't. Okay. But anyways, I'm not gonna go into much of a tangent about that. But you know, okay, I don't want to be turned into a tangent. Let's go on, shall we?
Sarah was a good sister. She really could have told me just to get out of her hair, but she always took the time out of her day for me, packing my lunch, playing with me, bringing me to R-rated movies that I was clearly too young for. And I was lucky to have her as a legal guardian when our parents went away.
Oh, that's
too
sad.
Young to process it all when it happened, but Mom and Dad died from a head-on collision with a drunk driver.
Ooh,
Sarah took care of me as my legal guardian up until I moved out for college. God knows where I'd be if she didn't. After some prodding, she found the app, which was a surprise to both of us. It was obvious that my phone didn't have any kind of GPS, but neither of us had even thought about it until much
that
later.
is interesting. If you both know you don't have no GPS on that phone.
Picture. I'll never understand the way Sarah saw the world if that was her idea of cute. The photo was taken in my school's courtyard, with the creature I'd soon call Capone sitting on one of the benches. You could barely see him.
Capone.
But there he was, covered in his black matted fur, with his knife-like claws, a set of blank, pure white eyes, and that face, which was merely a skull belonging to some kind of large beast, looking directly at us with that large, wolfish grin. I gave the phone back to Sarah, telling her how terrifying it was, and that I didn't want the messages anymore. She just jokingly punched my shoulder, saying, "Oh, don't be such a baby. It's too cute. Look how happy he is to meet you." I looked at his face, his wide grin specifically. I have to admit, I laughed at that. It was just the sheer wrongness of that statement that made me listen to the next.
So just joking with
sure
William, basically.
Eventually. Tell you what, if you
that's
can
what they do. That's what siblings do. They
we'll
joke with each other.
You wanted to see. If he still gives you nightmares, we'll delete it. If you end up liking it, we'll laugh about it later. Deal? I looked at the picture again. It appeared that getting a photo every now and then was the extent that this was going to go to. And looking at it in hindsight, I probably would have kept it on for next to nothing if she really wanted me to. So, I agreed. Sarah was ecstatic after that, and assured me that I wouldn't regret it while showing me some of her own pictures. She only had 3 so far. One at her office, one at the park, and another on the road we lived on. Each picture containing her own clearly visible entity. I must have looked nervous or something, because she suggested that I name mine, like she did with her Cassandra. I thought about it for a bit. Let me make something clear, though, because it seems to come up whenever I tell people this. I didn't name my MalO Capone because of the incident with my parents.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't even know that Mom and Dad's arrest involved alcohol at the time.
Okay.
I named him after a history lesson I found amusing in school, where people's fears got the best of them.
Okay,
And as
fair
my
enough.
teacher put
Okay.
it ended up doing more harm than good. It was intended as a reminder that I shouldn't be making the same mistake.
Same mistake.
I
What
saw
the
a bit
heck?
of light in this whole thing after giving it a mock title, and thought that it wasn't going to be that bad. I went to bed, and my normal life went on for just a little while longer.
Hey, you watching the video right now. Yeah, have you subscribed already? Click the subscribe button right now if you have everything before it's too late. Now. Okay, that's a good place. Okay. What the heck? Okay, what the heck? The history teacher says like, make the same as. But okay, I'm sorry, not trying to sound cringe right now with the bruh and everything, but like, honestly, I don't know how to feel right now. It's like the history teacher says like you're making like it's your wait. Hold on, let me go back everything if I can. Let me see. It was intended as a reminder that I shouldn't be making the same mistake. Shouldn't be making the same mistake. You're a history. You're a history teacher. Why? Okay. He's not doing nothing just because he named the creature in the picture Capone doesn't mean that he's making the same mistake unless they meant that the making the same mistake as I don't know. I can't think of what it could possibly be referring to. I don't know. I might be confused about something, but I don't know. Bruh, how many times has I said blood in this video? Everything, I swear. Okay, okay. I don't know. The history teacher is like crazy to even say something like that. But hey, you know what? Let them cook everything. I'm gonna heal them out.
After giving it a mock title, and thought that it wasn't going to be that bad. I went to bed, and my normal life went on for just a little while longer. I continued to get pictures of Capone for a while, following me at school, the bus stop, my street, virtually anywhere I went. It wasn't until the third or fourth day when I got called in from class. I was thinking I was in trouble for something, even if I didn't know what, but as soon as I saw Sarah, that feeling was stifled. She looked very shaken. The instant she saw me, she immediately yanked my arm and brought me to the car.
Oh, something happened with Sarah now.
At all. She kept asking questions about Capone. Things like if I saw him, or if I received any photos from him with me in the images. I haven't checked anything from today, but when I checked, there were 2. I remembered exactly when and where those messages were taken, because during them, I made a mental note that I got some texts from Capone. They've been sent as soon as they've been taken. Sarah knew that we were being pursued by something.
Okay, so at this point, like, she knew that something fishy was going
I knew
on.
she had no idea how they were doing it, but she knew that they knew where we lived. She couldn't figure out how to delete it. She said she tried everything, but couldn't find a way to get it off. She couldn't even find where the app went. I'm not even sure what we were planning to do, but before we could even fully plan a course of action, I got another text.
Couldn't you just block
Sarah
the number,
froze
technically?
and stared at me, as if to say, don't look at it. If I didn't, I could have had a semi-normal life right now.
Maybe you can. Maybe that's a stupid question.
And we would have known.
If you could just block the
But
number, like,
I did it.
they might
I
just
opened
find
the
a way
phone,
to, like, get around
and
it.
there we were, just sitting there, with that fear-stricken look on our face. The photo was clearly taken from the hood of a moving car, giving us a clear view of what was behind us. He took up most of the back seat and towered over me. We both turned around, preparing to scream at the monstrosity behind us. But when we did,
Oh, what the?
the
Okay.
seat was empty. We didn't know what was happening or what to make of it, but we felt that the only thing to do is run away, abandoning the car. We hastily ditched the car, ran the rest of the way to the apartment, and locked the door behind us. We locked ourselves in the bathroom and waited.
Oh, wait.
We just stayed there. Even when we got a message from Cassandra or Capone, Sarah would scream at them, asking why they were following us and begged for us to be left alone.
Okay,
We felt helpless.
hold on.
honestly.
Okay, I got pause. Okay, hold on. What what bright idea were they to like think? Oh, let's leave the car, everything. You know that it's been taking pictures wherever you are, everything. Why do you think? Oh, it's a good idea. Totally a good idea to abandon the vehicle and just like go on foot, everything. I don't. Okay, I don't understand. That's just stupid in my opinion. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Have you not watched enough horror movies and such everything? That you're typically safer in the vehicle in this type of situation. If you're getting paranoid and freaking out, everything. It's you're okay. I don't know. Maybe who knows? The story still goes on. We still got a fair bit of this video left, everything. So who knows? Maybe something good happens or not. Let's find out together, shall we? I don't know. I just had to comment about the car situation because that's so stupid. But let's go on.
All we felt we could do is just sit in the bathroom and hope they would go away. The
You-
room felt like our only safe haven until we were exposed to them for too long. Sarah started to panic. She kept saying that she kept seeing one of them behind her. I wasn't seeing it, though. I was more concerned about trying to calm her down by telling her that maybe they weren't really there than I was about seeing Capone in the mirror. I convinced Sarah that we needed to leave the room out of necessity. We couldn't stay in the apartment forever, and if they wanted to get to us, they would have done so already. We called the police, and here we are. We both got help, but I was the lucky one. Everyone's case was different in terms of interaction, but for me, Capone was always in a mirror or some reflective thing large enough to show him. He was predictable, and I could find ways to block him out when I needed it.
Okay,
I learned how
smart,
to expect
smart.
Capone, and after a while, he kind of grew on me. I used to have a makeshift curtain that I would pull over the mirrors when I didn't want to see him, but I started using that curtain less and less as time went on. Capone always seemed to try and interact with me, even if I didn't understand what he was trying to say most of the time. I started to greet Capone with a casual wave as I passed by him from the living room mirror, and eventually he started to wave back. He kind of became a constant companion to me, and I adjusted to Capone just as he adjusted to me.
Okay, I can kind of see like a couple of situations just could go. Yeah, if you would somehow do get the app, everything somehow, I guess it could affect people in like I said, different ways. Like his sister Sarah, she is not taking it as well. Everything she is freaking out, everything and being paranoid and being scared, everything. Our boy William, he's just like, hey, hi, hi Capone, it's nice to see you, everything. Bye, I'm leaving. Just like in like the Capone literally like, just waves at the MalO. Oh my, it's just they're just having fun friends, everything. Which I guess the nature of Euclid, I guess that's why it could be dangerous or safe, everything, because it's depending on, I guess, like it's fully dependable on, I guess, the person's psyche and the way they can handle it. Are they strong enough to basically at some point be like have a casual like chit chat or not? Well, I don't know if you can talk with MalO or anything, but maybe even just like casually wave everything like our boy Williams doing everything. I don't know, but okay, I can see like how it could go bad. It can go from bad or good, everything. But it's interesting. He has like not really a coping. He's not really coping with nothing. He's just like fully, like I said, and I adjusted to Capone just as he adjusted to me. So yeah, that's example right there. Everything plain as day. All right, let's go on now.
My case wasn't as severe as Sarah's. She saw Cassandra everywhere she looked, around every corner, just out of sight, over her while she slept. Sarah
Oh,
took her own life
ooh,
2 years
oh,
ago. I wanted to blame the MalOs for it, but I can't. Following the person who looks at their messages is just what they do. Now, every time I see Capone, I'm reminded of what I did in the car that day. I knew I shouldn't have picked up that text. If I didn't, she would still be here.
You can't blame yourself for that.
Since William started writing, but he almost felt relieved. He's never actually told anyone about this in such detail before. The majority of what happened was kept between himself and Capone. He looked up to the creature in the mirror from across the room for a few seconds, as it gave the old, familiar wave. William was silent for a minute, staring at Capone, and then back to his papers. He felt the need to make one last point.
Okay.
But then again, how would I have known? I don't know who made the MalOs, or why. I don't even know if anyone actually made the app. Many things like it have been created naturally, or have been given some kind of anomaly out of sheer chance. It would make so much sense if some physical thing was to blame. But there's none. I can legitimately
Not fair,
find.
not cool, not
None
cool,
on the MalOs.
Vogan, not cool.
None on me. Just on chance.
Oh, not that was a cheap jump scare.
What's with the blank expressions?
Okay.
Oh, you don't know about acid. Right.
Huh?
New AI, very state-of-the-art. Here at the Foundation, we're developing new technology constantly to deal with new
bravo!
threats. Sometimes automatically. Acid really helps with that, but it has a multitude of uses. I'm not the technical guy. I'm going to be mainly using him for speech synthesis. Oh, if you don't know, ACID stands for Anomalous Containment Intelligence Database. I'm just a level 3 researcher who gets to use it. Anyway, I think that about does it for today. Thank you very much for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed.
Right.
Goodbye.
Alright, goodbye to you. Alright. And is there anything else? Just goes on. Okay, just goes on with basically, what was it? Yeah, just his patrons. Okay. Huh. Okay. Interesting SCP. You can, yeah, this SCP can be, yeah. Oh, added visuals. Okay, maybe the added visuals meant that, like, literally being jump scared and everything, maybe. I don't know. I said not cool, everything Vogan, as if he could hear me, everything, I got, that spooked me for a moment, that, like, made me jump up a little bit in my seat, because I was not expecting a jump scare. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like I said, interesting SCP, great story. The premise of the SCP and basically the way you could maybe deal with it, basically, is... Again, I'm going to say the same thing again. Interesting, because I can't think of any better ways to express this SCP. It's just a unique SCP, basically, just with the generalization, everything, and the method. Like, it's just a free mobile app, everything. You download, you get a companion, everything. Sure, the app disappears, everything, but that doesn't matter. You get a companion, everything. For some people, I feel like they'd be like, this is like a dream come true. They'll be like, yay, finally, I have a friend I can hang out with. And like, basically, like, okay. Yeah, there's like, again, I think it really depends on the type of person and their psyche and like, basically just their character, basically. Like, his sister, Sarah, she was getting paranoid, like basically seeing Cassandra everywhere she looked, everything, over her bed, here and there, over her shoulder. She was just getting paranoid. I guess for her, she couldn't live like that. So she chose one method to escape everything, which is kind of sad, everything. Yeah. Because now, our boy William, he's all by himself now. But, well, he's not by himself. He still has Capone, basically. So, he's not technically alone, but, you know. Okay. But, bravo. I'm going, like, a circle of claps, I think. Yep, okay. Amazing, okay. Well, anyways, that's a beautiful way to end the video, everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you learned as much as I did everything and want to see more videos just like this and more SCP, make sure to hit the subscribe button, smash the like, make sure the buttons are working for me. Thank you very much. Everything you do is greatly appreciated. And if you didn't notice already, but the little bell notification, if you hit it and it starts glowing everything, not only do you get some nifty little updates and notifications from blah, but it makes you feel good and happy and energized. And who knows, just by clicking any of those buttons, everything, you might get a very own companion yourself. Maybe MalO might be one of your loyal companions. Isn't that great? Everything. Don't you want your very own like AI friend that basically like hangs out with you 24/7? Yeah, MalO is everywhere. She's gonna be your friend till the end. Okay, but anyways, without that everything, in the top right corner of the screen or down in the description or wherever YouTube puts it, who knows where it is, everything. YouTube is always changing the format, and they're always like doing small changes here and there, everything, just like MalO. But anyways, thank you guys for watching everything. And if you made this video, give yourself a pat on the back, round of applause, everything, and like go get yourself something nice to treat yourself with. You deserve it for making through another long video with the Price Games, everything. And thank you, gentlemen, gentle ladies, for staying this far. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you on the flip side now.